Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about Anthony Crawford. Please go out here and do your research on that. If you want something, let me tell y'all right now. If you want to read about something that will really get up under your skin, this is that. This is that story that will have you heated. Like even the night that I did the show and we recorded and I did the Black History moment, I was heated. The more I talked about it, I was like, I found myself circling myself. You know what I'm saying? I was talking in circles because I couldn't go any further than where I was at because I was frustrated, and two, it was like I couldn't come up with the words to truly express my frustration. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into, like I said, just listen a little longer, and we are going to get into that. I want to also say real quick, I hope everyone had a good Halloween. You know what I'm saying? In my neighborhood, we didn't. The Bengals lost horribly. Oof. Yeah. I'm out here in Cincy. My team is the Eagles, undefeated, but that's a whole nother thing. But I just hope everybody had a good Halloween. Everybody had their kids dressed appropriately. I have witnessed via social media, some people have went out here and had their kids dressed like little dots. I don't understand that. Let your kids be kids. I get the joke. I get it. It's a joke. Ha ha ha. Let your kids be kids. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just, this thing where it's cool to have these kids go above and beyond in adult content. It's funny to a degree, but then it's like, imagine that you are letting your child into a world of adulthood. You know what I'm saying? You are opening your door to adult themed things, and your kid is still a kid. And I'm talking children that I don't even think are past first or second grade, but they're with the BBL bodies, or they look like their favorite rap chick, or they looking like their favorite rapper, or they the super hood hustler, you know what I'm saying, or they're somebody from off the favorite drug dealer show, you know what I'm saying, P Valley and all this Snowfall and all. Come on, man. Come on. Just let your kids be kids. Please, let your kids be kids. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully also, nobody ended up having their kids out here getting fentanyl for free or ecstasy. I have to keep it real with y'all. I don't think that ever happened. Let me scratch that. I think that it happened here and there in small towns. I'm pretty sure the people who did it were goofball people trying to be funny as a cruel practical joke. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing that TV likes, because TV took it to a whole nother level, was like, yeah, man, they was out here giving it to the kids. There was no money in it. That's to get them addicted so then they'll have customers. They're kids. What are they going to be doing who are they going to be doing anything for or to get the money? What are these kids going to do? What can you get these kids? Hey kid, let me walk you to the mall and you steal me these sneakers and we'll call it even. I don't understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? I get the thought of, yeah, hustlers are so devious now that they're out here getting young kids to be, you know what I mean, future customers. Where are they getting the money from? Where? Who? Are they going through their parents' purse? Because a lot of times, hey, look, I'm always surprised when I see people pull cash out. I'm like, what? You still got cash? So I'm like, that's not working. You know what I'm saying? Where are they getting? What are they doing to get this money? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to speak totally offbeat, but I can tell you one thing, it's not even remotely in these kids' minds to be out here doing sexual acts for cash. Kids, Have you seen these TV shows when they have these kids? These kids are like elementary school. They still got the little girls still got the ribbons and the little joints, the rubber band joints with the balls on them. They still got that, and the ponytail and the real girly ponytails, and they still got their favorite cartoon character book bag, and they're just like, oh my God, it's kids. You know what I mean? What? And I'm always lost on when people say, oh man, they putting drugs in the candies now and giving it to the kids. There's no money in that. I'm sorry. There's just no money in that. That's just something I got to get that part off my chest. There's no money in that. Why? I could see if y'all was like, yeah, they went to a high school and they saw like, yo, boom, boom. These high school kids, yeah, they might do something for that paper. These elementary school kids, first of all, the drugs might make their heart stop. If anything, now you are going to be liable for murder, mass murder of a bunch of little kids, and they can't even put you in prison because you go to prison, the guard's gonna like slip up and leave you somewhere, and then you'll get beat up by the inmates. It is what it is. So you like gotta think forward, just on a level of that. You know what I mean? But anyway, hope everybody had a good Halloween. Hope everybody will be voting. Voting is next Tuesday. Wild. It's wild. Next Tuesday joint. You know what I mean? Me, I saw the debate for the Ohio Senate, and I have to keep it real. I was a little hesitant. I even checked it out the next day. I was hesitant because I was like, it's on Fox. Fox is Fox. You know what I mean? And when you know how Fox gets down, it's like, how's this going to work out? But it worked out. You know what I'm saying? Tim Ryan, J.D. Vance. Tim Ryan went first. I'm only talking Ohio stuff. So if you're not in Ohio, you really like, yo, this doesn't even pertain to me. But it kind of does. Because here's the wild part. Like, again, Fox did this town hall meeting type thing. It wasn't a debate so much as a town hall meeting. Get your joints off, get your points off, say what you want to say, boom, boom. And they like the crowd threw hardballs at your man Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan said some stuff. I think the biggest boo he got was when he said there wasn't a altercation of some sort that happened on January 6th. And the people booed. And my man, salute to him. He stops, he goes, yo, we seen the video. You want to have that conversation? You want to have that debate? I am all for it. Please don't be disrespectful. Other than that, everything he said goes down the line. Because at the end of the day, that's how people are. We are very on the same track. There's a lot of things that we are always all about. And then it's always that sideline stuff that either one group of people don't care about or one group of people care too much about. You know what I mean? And he fought that. He fought those little battles. Somebody was about the wall. And he was like, yo. Somebody was about fracking. And he was like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Abortion. Yo. And it was what it was. Like I said, a lot of the hardballs came his way. Go to commercial break. You come back. You got Vance. They was just lobbing up alley-oops for Vance. It was a home run contest for Vance. Them pitches was soft, and he was just knocking joints out the cut. Boom, boom, boom. And even both dudes try to give off this bipartisan vibe. And who knows, maybe they both believe that. Vance, I remember seeing all those commercials when he was still trying to get to the primary situation, was out here with this old dude. I can't remember the old dude's name. It was a matter of fact, I think it was like two of them, but one definitely was an old dude, and they was out here trying to like out MAGA the other one. You know what I'm saying? And then he fell back. All of a sudden now that MAGA being down with Trump, that ain't the talk no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to fall back a little bit. Being about Biden ain't really the talk no more. My man had to fall back. Tim Ryan had to fall back. One, I get that for one reason. Two, that's a national stage situation. You're in Ohio doing a town meeting. Keep it to Ohioans. And they did that. They rocked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who to rock with. And that's the thing. Like, listening to what they were saying, even going behind and checking out a lot of this stuff, they're very down the middle. At least it seems like they're both saying the right things. Again, who knows how it might get down, and they both had this vibe where, you know what I'm saying, I want to help the country move into a better situation. Both of them had that vibe, and I got to ride with that, man. I'm feeling it. Next week, we vote. All elections are local. I hoped that everyone has taken the time to know what's going on in their local area, to know what's going on in their state, to read between, you know what I'm saying, when they say no to such and such, you read it, and then you got to go all the way to the last pages and read that stuff. Because, it's, you know what I'm saying, you always find out there's a lot of wild stuff further down the line, and it messes up. And you're like, oh, when did this happen? Oh, yeah, that was a part of that bill that everybody passed. And you're like, what? It happens. It really, there's no joke. It happens. When you read a lot of this stuff, you see some wild stuff. You know what I mean? So I hope y'all understand, this midterm is 100% local first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you barely get these local commercials. There's barely anybody. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm out here and we got the Shabbat dude. I have seen no real joints going against Shabbat. And the one guy, this one guy, he's like, man, Shabbat's been in office as long as I've been alive. That ain't telling me nothing. You know what I mean? That's not telling me nothing. And the Shabbat's thing to him is he rides with Pelosi. That ain't telling me nothing. Which means at the end of the day, one guy doesn't really have anything going on. And the stuff that you can't say about, there's so much matter of fact, let me take that back. Shabbat's about the abortion. That's it. That's really the big thing about Shabbat. And he's, you know what I'm saying, he's fighting and he was out for the abortion. He's not a doctor. He's never been pregnant. And he's always right there voting for this, be like, yo, pro-life, anti-abortion. You know what I'm saying? He's always there. We got to get him out the way. First of all, I'm a man. I don't care about abortion. I can say that. It can sound cruel. What up with these jobs? What up with this inflation? You know what I'm saying? What's up with these prescriptions? What's up with these doctors? What's up with health insurance? What's going on with all of this? You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, it's wild because you can't talk. The commercials aren't talking about that with Shabbat, mainly because nobody wants. It's always weird how that works. It's always something weird, and he may have voted on some stuff that works out. Again, for Ohio. That's the wild part. Again, you got to think about it on a local level. When they be like, oh, man, it's doing bad for the country. And you're like, I'm straight. Okay, yeah, out there in Montana somewhere, it ain't popping, but I'm good. I can't complain. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Go out here and vote for all my Americans. Please do your part in the democracy. And get it going. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do that, man. We got to really get in on that level. What else I got to say before we get into this joint, man? Oh, my God. Let me say this real quick also. Before we get, I know y'all like, yo, I just want to get to the joint. It is what it is. Let me say this piece right here, too. I wish that all these black people, I said it on my show, I wish that all these black people who seem to be bending over backwards to support Kanye supported black-owned businesses. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Supported community activism. You know what I mean? And try to figure out ways to rebuild areas in the city. I wish they had that. The same way everybody can all of a sudden go looking for stuff to make their point on behalf of Kanye. Look up stuff within the city that goes, yo, we need this here. Why can't y'all do this? Why aren't y'all doing this? Why is that money being moved over here versus over here? This, you know what I'm saying? Who do we need to talk to about these situations here? That's all, because the whole thing in the last couple of weeks, rest in peace to Takeoff, is Takeoff died a few days ago, and everybody's like, oh man, rest in peace. There's so much violence. We need to stop killing each other. We've been needing to stop killing each other. It's wild that we think that way when it's famous people. When it's that dude up the street that you don't know and we just go, yo, man, see, that's why I gotta get away from here. This is wild, yo. I can't even go outside. That's how we vibe about it. We can't even go outside. You know, we're not going, oh man, stop the violence. We need to try to get brothers and sisters together and just curb this. Nah. Rap or die, everybody's now talking about, yo, we need, you know what I'm saying? We need to stop killing each other, man. This is crazy. We've always needed to stop killing each other. It's always needed to be that. You know what I mean? Now, will that stop? No, because by like next week or the next week when the next big thing comes, all that we need peace in the hood and all that's going to die out and it's going right back to what it's going to be. It's going right back to what it's going to be. You know what I mean? But it's just wild that so many people are now all of a sudden Israelites, 5%ers, Moors. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's all of a sudden now they getting their pro-blackness on. You check some of these people who have all this stuff to say, and you check their page, and there's no sense of that pro-blackness anywhere. And I'm just like, yo, okay. You guys can, either you're hearing it from someplace else and then you're posting it yourself, or you're out here doing research. Nah, I'm from Virginia. I'm from Newport, Bad News, Virginia. You take Pembroke all the way down and you can get to Hampton University. You jump on the interstate, you take the tunnel, the Hampton Roads Tunnel, you can get to Norfolk State. Take I-95, you get to Howard. You get to a lot of these black colleges. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these black colleges have graduates that find themselves working and becoming part of the local community. You know what I'm saying? You get the guys from New York, you get the guys from Chicago, you get the guys from Philly, you get the guys from Jersey and all that pro-blackness. You get the guys from Atlanta and all that down south stuff and their pro-blackness. And they migrate up, some migrate down, they hit Virginia. 757 area. That's around Virginia Beach. That's Norfolk. That's Newport News. That's Hampton. That's Chesapeake. You know what I'm saying? That's Williamsburg. These are major pieces to that area. You know what I'm saying? And you grow. I grew up. I tell y'all that because I grew up around the Black Israelite movement, Black Hebrews, original men. You know what I'm saying? 5%ers, Asiatic black man, first original man, gods and earths, you know what I'm saying? Kings and queens, sun, moon, stars, we evolved, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around that. You know what I mean? The Moors, hey, we was the ones who pulled Europe and Spain out of the dark ages with the plagues and all that, and we showed them the alchemy and the science, and we showed them how to boom, boom, boom. I grew up around that. I know this. So when I see people try to incorporate that into their thing to be pro Kanye, and then I look at their pages, I'm like, yo, I wonder if they was out here breaking this joint down forever. And then you realize they weren't. You know what I'm saying? I know a whole bunch of pro-black people that aren't even stunting this stuff with Kanye or Kyrie. They're not, that ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? That ain't doing nothing for us. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Kanye has never shown, and this is what I'm hearing from my people, Kanye has never shown that vibe where he was about that life. You know what I'm saying? He's never thrown it out there like he was about that life. You know what I'm saying? I had a dude tell me, Nas was about that life. Like Nas has said stuff throughout his career and his music. Kanye ain't never really put it out there like that. Lauryn Hill has done it in her music. Mos Def has done it in his music. Talib Kweli has done it in his music. Scarface, Outkast, Erykah Badu. These are people who have done that in their music and showed you this is what it is. Kanye might step in and step out, but it's mostly arrogant Kanye. It has nothing to do with opening that door and trying to take those millions of fans and put them onto this. Wu-Tang has been about that life. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, hey, I was listening, there's a syndicated rock show. It's a syndicated rock show And RZA is part of the intro. RZA actually does, I don't know the name. I feel so crazy that I don't know the name of this. And if you're a rock head, and you probably know what I'm talking about. And I don't even know if it's still going. This has been years. It's a couple. I think the couple is married, and RZA comes in and he drops the jewel of it, like he does the day's mathematics on that joint. And they go, hey yo, and today is, and then they have the little RZA spot, and he does the day's mathematics on this joint on a rock station. They're listening to the RZA do the 120 on a rock station. I can't sit around and worry about Kanye. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? Kanye is not on that same level. Kanye hasn't been out here, been asked about this stuff and breaks this stuff down, and he's like, yo, this is what it is and this is what it isn't. That's not Kanye. Kanye is arrogant. And we, again, at the pro-blackness of, not even because he's pro-black, he's black and he's a celebrity. He's a big-time celebrity. That's why everybody's coming to his defense. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with anything. I saw a joint yesterday that said, a brother came up on it on my little timeline, and it was like, yeah, man, it's crazy how Adidas is dropping them for anti-Semitic joints. You know, the dude who came up with Adidas and his brother came up with Puma, they were card-carrying members of the Nazis. 1932. It's 2022. Here's a quick history lesson for you. 1930 something, everybody felt like everybody who was white was a Nazi sympathizer. Lindbergh, Nazi sympathizer. Walt Disney, Nazi sympathizer. Most of Hollywood, Nazi sympathizer. That's just the government were Nazi sympathizers. Time magazine, I say this all the time. Hitler made Time magazine's Man of the Year in the 30s. While he was building his empire and propaganda. The reason we talk that joint about the Jews and all of this, because it was the easy scapegoat. It was the easy evil to point to. Because here's the truth about the Nazis. Everybody was okay with them doing what they were doing to the Jews. That's real talk. France could have stepped in a long time ago. England could have stepped in a long time ago. Russia. All of these places could have stepped in a long time ago. Belgium, any of these. Didn't think about it. They were like, yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with us. America, that ain't got nothing to do with us. I feel that most of white Americans were like, I feel that way about them too. Screw them. You know what I'm saying? Because in America, the whole thing about the Communist Party and all that stuff that they was doing in Hollywood, and the government was all about, and your boy Hoover, it had less to do with communism and more to do with who was and who wasn't a Jew and how to get them out of power. A lot of that had to do with that. That's not me. That's not some conspiracy theory. That's real deal. A lot of Jews were running around here trying to incorporate themselves as all American, changing their names and doing this and doing that. So much so that it became a thing for a lot of Jewish people. That whole thing where you could be Jewish and do what you want to do, that ain't really start hitting until like the 80s or the 90s. 1930s. 80s and 90s where you can actually look up and realize, hey, there's some Jewish people being Jewish. There's Steven Spielberg. A movie by Steven Spielberg. Being Jewish, not Mel Brooks, who is Jewish. What? Go ahead. For real? Yo, this is wild. Actors being Jewish, knowing they're Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Movies where their Judaism is placed in front and center of the movie. Yeah, those dudes was out here on their racist stuff back in those days, because everybody was. 2022, you would think that's over with. The reason why that's a touchy situation is because most of the Europeans and the white people in America were like, yo, let that be the most evil thing going. Let's figure out what we can do to get and make that the thing. Again, it wasn't a problem with Hitler until he started trying to take over the globe. Churchill hitting Roosevelt up like, yo, It looks like he heading this way. What we gonna do? You know what I mean? Stalin going, yo, I know this dude just didn't go backdoor channel and try to take over one of my spots. I thought we was tight like that. Oh, okay, that's what you doing? I guess now I gotta go connect with Churchill and Roosevelt. We about to rock out. That's real talk. That's not fake. That is real talk. Everybody was okay with this dude doing what he was doing until he started making plans to take over everything. That's when he became a problem. A lot of these dudes were out here. Coco Chanel, Nazi. Nobody gave up rocking Chanel joints. You know what I'm saying? We know how racist Walt Disney is. Disney Plus is still one of the top, not my top 5, but top 10 streaming services out there. You know what I'm saying? These Marvel movies come and do millions and billions of dollars. Ain't nobody out here tripping like, oh man, you know you about that life. Disney was about that life. We get told to move on. That dude's dead. That's old news. Adidas dudes are dead. That's old news. You know what I mean? Kanye, if anything, it shows you just where Adidas is at this point in time, where they were like, oof. Yeah, it took us a minute to get rid of that kind of stigma. We are not letting you open that door again. And they closed it. And then this brother goes, yo, by the way, people of Adidas, they were Nazi people too. Back in the day, way back before. And nobody listening to this right now knows anybody who was born when them dudes was Nazis. Difference. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you're gonna open these doors and start talking this history stuff, keep it 100. Go through the whole joint. Let it be. Lay these joints out. Don't try to specify what you think you need to go ahead and highlight, because then other people do research or they know something and they go, yo, so we just gonna overlook all of this stuff too then. That's what we doing. Look, I get it. People like Kanye for whatever reason. I like Kanye's music. And I've never been a fan of Kanye as a person. I can tell you that. There's joints. Quincy Jones' kid used to do these videos, the Beef DVDs and the DJ stuff and the beat makers and the 16 bars and all this joint about hip hop music. Kanye is in some of these joints, not so much the Beef joints, but he's in a bunch of other ones, being Kanye. You know what I mean? Before he even was a rapper, being Kanye. You know what I'm saying? There's interviews with the Source magazine and XXL when all he was doing was being the producer dude, being Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He's always been that guy. He just now has the money to really amplify that. That's all it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? We all know people who are who they are, and then when they get more money or they get more publicity and more eyes on them, it's like, oh man. And because they get famous about something or popular locally, nationally, globally on some, you know what I'm saying? Everybody now wants to overlook stuff. And you're like, yo, dude's always been like this. This is how he's always been. Y'all out here bugging now? Psh, he was like this back in the day when we was just on some regular dude stuff. You know what I mean? Getting number 2s at McDonald's. He was that guy in back then. That's all I'm saying. Kanye's gonna always be Kanye. And this money thing, it ain't nothing. That man, the problem is, what you're starting to see is, he hasn't done the thing that got him in the mix, and that's the music. The music is subpar. Been subpar for a minute. So he was smart enough to diversify his revenue stream and get his hand into a lot of other stuff. That's drying up. And now that music ain't moving. Boom. Where he at? This is not a pro-black thing. This dude messed up. And by the way, people have even went to so far as to go, well, you know what I'm saying, that stuff that he said about George Floyd, a lot of black people felt that way. Where? Never met a black person that was like, yo, he ain't really on his neck. At any point, he should have just got up and walked off. Nobody. If anything, you just kept looking at the cop like, yo, he is so calm and cool about being on this dude's neck. He got his hands in his pocket. This dude is chilling like it's a normal day. Like yo, It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We gotta stop. Like I said, man, if y'all wanna put y'all energy of being pro-black into something, find businesses and help build those businesses. All these people talking about what they ain't gonna do, they gonna still go out here and buy Adidas. They gonna still go out here and rock a lot of this stuff. Go to these, get this name brand fashion, do this, that, and the third. Nobody's gonna go, yo, let me start dealing. Let me go to Instagram or to Twitter or Facebook and find out who the new black designers and what they got to offer and pay that price. Because here's the thing. Them Yeezys is expensive. Dudes is out here busting butt to get them Yeezys, and then somebody goes, yo, I make shirts. How much for a shirt? $40. Ooh, dog, what you talking about? $40? Man, ain't nobody paying $40 for your shirt. You paying like $200, $300, $400 for them ugly shoes. They Yeezys. Okay. Help make my brand Yeezy brandish. Put me in the same category as Yeezy and pay the $40. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, so-and-so got a bakery. Hey, how much for a cupcake? Hey, how much for a muffin? Oh, yeah. That muffin gonna be like $3 something. Man, you playing. Y'all are paying like $4 something, close to $4 for a little slab of cake at Starbucks. This is one of them big old muffins. Slab of cake at Starbucks, big old muffin. But they Starbucks. Pop with me like that. Rock with me like that so I can be Starbucks. We don't do that. We're not doing that. There lies the thing, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I get wanting to be pro-black and be all like, yeah, and be coming to this guy's aid. What I'm saying is, take that same energy and then put it over here for these local companies, for these companies that are trying to do their thing online and in social media. Help these companies grow and prosper and be black entities. You know what I'm saying? Because all this talk about, well, yeah, Kanye gonna start working with black people in these small companies. Is he really? I heard them talk about that, but I haven't seen anything jump off about that yet. Most I found out is he bought a conservative site from Candace Owens' husband, and it's like, boom, what is he gonna do? Just keep that as that and put it in the game and move it like that? This is what, look, and here's the wild part. Black people. This was black people. Jay-Z bought Tidal. Black people barely still was messing with Tidal. It was always a reason why they didn't want, I don't want to really messing with Tidal. You know what I'm saying? Making it easy for Spotify and Apple. Because that was their thing. They was like, ooh, Jay-Z's popularity is going to have them all just leave us alone. And people don't understand. Spotify, Apple, a lot of these companies were out here trying to sabotage Tidal. And they didn't even need to, because his own people were like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then, I'm to the point, I think it was a Christmas party picture. And they were like, yo, this is who Jay-Z so pro-black. This is what his employees look like. Yeah, for a company that he bought that was already in the mix. We've all been online enough to know that when you say, yo, alternatives to such and such and such and such, there's tons of alternatives. He bought one, made that joint better, put that joint in a better position off of his name alone. You know what I mean? What was he supposed to do? I own this now. I'm gonna fire all you white people and get a bunch of black people who have not proven to do this, and then try to do this off of my name alone. Nah, he was like, yo, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'm going to do what I got to do on my end to make this be a contender. And he did so. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody cared. Nobody's been out here talking about, it's a Deezer. Right? What is it? Deezer? Deezer? Nobody came right in the mix, became off top, became a heavy hitter, became a major player in the game. Nobody complained. Nobody, you know, you're just like, yo, I've never heard of this before. How did this just become a major player in the game? What? Tidal, we was fighting. Pro-blackness. That's our pro-blackness. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, I'm going to bring this back around. Anthony Crawford, businessman, community man, pro-blackness. Please do the research on this, brother. Understand the story. It's going to frustrate you when you hear it. See how I did that, though? That was a flawless transition around. Because when y'all hear the story, y'all going to be like, ooh, okay. That's what's up. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is. It is. Thank y'all for listening, man. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. It's always dope seeing my joints go up, go down. And new countries added, new cities added when it comes to these countries. All this is just dope, man. And it's like I said, I'm not out here putting no money. I'm not buying views. I'm not doing any. I probably should do promotion advertisement, but it's like, this is it right here. Like I said, the most I'm trying to do is figure out how I can get this stuff on social media, so when you watch it or whatever, you can click over and get to the stream, get to the joints. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do right at this point in time. But this is what we do, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for the support. Please do your research on this brother, because it's an extraordinary story. It's a sad story, and the saddest part of it all, it's an American story. This is oh my God, this is the most American thing that can jump off. Thank y'all for listening. Let's do what we do. Yes. I'm out here getting ready to start talking, and I realized like I ain't have my joints ready or nothing. Like my mic was still wilding anyway, man. Let me tell y'all something. Ja Rule. Salute to Ja Rule, man. Let me tell y'all, I'm one of them dudes. I got caught up in the hype. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got caught up in the hype. 50 did what he did, and I'm like, yeah. Ja be on that old wild stuff anyway, man. He ain't for the homies no more. So I was one of them dudes, and I still remember it wasn't us as males that made Ja Rule official. It was the chicks. So once the chicks was like, yeah, he do be out here crying and trying to sing and all that, yada yada, it was over. Fast forward, chicks started to go a little like, yo, 50 started to do that too. Ain't this the same thing he was hating on Ja for? And it's wild because I think 50 even understood this is money. This is the business move. You know what I'm saying? Look dangerous, sound dangerous, and make these songs that ain't dangerous. He understood that. But, yo, for real, can't front on Ja Rule, man. Ja Rule was that dude. I can't front on Nelly. Nelly was that dude. And these are artists I could not stand. Even now with some of their joints come on and be like, you got to turn that. We can't be rocking this right here. Nah, man, no. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Busy B, it's Busy B's birthday. Happy birthday to Busy B. Happy birthday to my man's Eric. Yo, that's right, Eric. That's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, cause when you around like the mid-Atlantic area, that's the DMV, the bottom of Virginia, and the true Carolinas. Eric turned to Erg real quick. You know what I mean? Hey, where you going, Erg? Hey, there go Erg. Hey, Erg. You know what I mean? So I'm up here. I'm keeping it popping. Eric. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Eric. You know what I mean? But hey, yo. Hey, I'm telling y'all, he was one of them brothers. No matter where you went, he knew at least one person in that area. No matter where, and we would be out of town a lot of times. Like when I say out of town, I'm talking when the radio station, you gotta switch the station to get a new joint. And we get somewhere and he be like, yo, oh snap, yo, word up, what up, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, yo, and all you could do was always hope when he ran, and it was always cool because whoever he knew, it was all love. You know what I'm saying? You hate to be, you know what I'm saying? I've been around some dudes who know somebody. Hey, yo, snap, I know him. Hey, yo, bro, let me holler at you, man. Let me holler. Oh, snap. You and your man's about to get, hold on, dog. I just came through with you. I don't even, yo. You know what I mean? So, that is what it is. But, yo, salute to my man, Eric. Straight up, like, my mans. He was my man. We was out here wilding his kids. You know what I'm saying? I know we doing this thing out there in Miami. So salute to you. This is what we do, man. This is how we get down. This is also the Black History moment. And I just wanted to shout out him and salute the Busy Bee. I'm out here flashbacking. I'm about to like start what's what they call that joint? Putting all type of joints on us out here. All kind of like statutes of limitations might not be completely closed when you was a juvenile out here wilding out for reasons that are unknown to man, other than the fact that you thought it was cool and the chicks thought you was cool, so you did extra stuff wilding out for no extra reasons. You know, y'all remember. That's why when I see these kids doing stuff on video, I'm like, yo, my only thing I come away going is their parents didn't go, yo, you can't do that. I've been there and done that. And I hope because most of the time they doing it because we was kids. We be out here bargaining for the wrong stuff. We be, you know what I'm saying? We be, yo, I'm trying to do this for the hood. I'm trying to do this for my homies. I'm trying to impress somebody. And you just go, yo, hopefully they grow up and they can live and be like, yo, that was a moment behind me. It's all because now we're like, as we get older, we're starting to be like our parents and we tell these stories and then our kids are listening like, oh, so you used to do all that? And you're like, yo, shh. Listen to what I say. Don't follow what I did. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? But yo, and it's dope to be able to say you can do that because there's a lot of brothers and sisters. I can't stress that part enough. And sisters who did not reach 21. And it's wild sometimes when you think about like the people you was hanging out with and you be like, yo, they ain't make it. Because we don't ever talk about the women who don't make it. The sisters that don't make it. The sisters, there's a lot of sisters that didn't make it. But anyway, I know that's a bad transition. You know what I'm saying? Because as I go ahead and tell you this transition, I'm also about to tell you about somebody else who didn't make it. But with that being said, take it from the top. Take it from the tizop like, ooh, this moment in Black history. I don't know if y'all know this man, y'all, and you might not, but I'm gonna tell y'all about a brother from South Carolina who was rich. He was out here living that lifestyle. He was that guy. Anthony Crawford was official. You know what I'm saying? He was born during the times of the Reconstruction era. So, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't a slave. He was free. His peoples ended up getting a cotton field. That's right. They owned a cotton field. His peoples owned a cotton field. And they got that money. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did. We talk about it. It was called Abbeville, Abbeville. I don't know how you pronounce it. Abbeville. But a man did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And then he came out here and he did his thing for like black people out there. He was part of an industrial union for the Abbeville County, which was devoted to making sure that everything was good when it came to people of color, colored people. You know what I'm saying? The moralities, making sure that they ain't get jerked on their money, all kind of stuff. That's what that man grew up to get into during the late 1800s. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, wild. Y'all ain't understanding where I'm going. By 1916, his father, you know what I'm saying, had a few acres here and there, about like, you know what I'm saying, 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, whatever. My man came through and amassed, some say at the most, 600 acres out here wilding on them. You know what I'm saying? Did his thing. Had his family. His family had a family. They all lived on this property. He built a school. Y'all ain't understanding where I'm coming from. My man built a school. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them dudes, and you could say what you want to say. He was probably one of those uppity brothers, because he was not bowing down to nobody, which was something that I think was out there known. You know what I'm saying? He would refuse to like take any disrespect from anybody, including white people. He was that guy. You know what I'm saying? He was that guy. And again, the money he was making, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just doing the small stuff he was doing. He had schools, he was getting this paper, he was rocking. He had a whole half. I ain't gonna say half. He had a nice chunk of that county that was his. He was helping inspire other black businesses. Now, here's the wild part. In October 21st, 1916, he was taking his cotton to a dude. And the cotton thing and the negotiations wasn't rocking. Somebody tried to cheat him on his paper. And you know what I mean? And he talked that talk. He was about that life, so he was real with it, you know what I mean? And he said what he said. Now, altercation starts. The sheriff of the town, named R.M. Burt, grabs him, arrests him, puts him under arrest. Not so much because he did wrong, but he was like, yo, you wilding out here, these white dudes is gathering up. You ain't got no chance against this right here. Let me lock you down, try to calm everybody down, and everybody can go about their business. You know what I mean? So, the mob, like, it starts to get real heavy with it. You know what I'm saying? Then they start the mob together. Y'all see them joints, how they get down back in them days. So now it's about the tensions is high. You know what I mean? They really out here trying to get him. So the dude is like, I can't even let you go out the door. I'm gonna have to slide you through the cut. He tried to slide him through the cut. Some people see him. They roll up on him. They beat him. They rock him a little bit. He gets a couple of licks off on some of them people. So now they gotta lock him up again. Another dude who got hurt within the altercations is like, yo, I'm gonna be there. I'm hurt too. I'm hurt. I'm locked up because the charges are now being rocked. Everybody's getting charges. So the bail the first time around won't number $15. I guess we talking back in the 1916. 15. We saying 15 like it ain't nothing but, you know what I'm saying, a dime and a nickel. Back then, 15 might have been a lot of money. But anyway, my man paid it because he was the wealthiest person in that area. I don't know if I said that part properly for y'all, but my man had paper. My man had bank. You know what I'm saying? So, he gets out to the joint. The sheriff tries to make sure that everything he won't get caught up by the mob. They catch my man. Take him down three flights of stairs. They beating him. They're popping him. They're stabbing him. They're rocking him. They lynch him. The newspapers are out here like, yo, this was the wildest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, New York newspapers were reporting this, mainly because my man had so much money. So it was like, yo, everybody was, and they said one of the newspapers had it where it was like, yo, lynched Negro was shot to pieces. They were throwing rocks. They was doing all kind of stuff. Like, yo, unimaginable. I don't even want to get into into making it more graphic than just that alone. Just that alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other side of that is they went so gangster as to go, the mob, the white people, they was like, yo, we are going to run up on this dude's family. This is October. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is late October. October the 20-something. October 21st, I think I said. They had till November the 15th to leave town. The family, the whole family had to get up and gather their stuff. There was no get your affairs in order. It was get up and go. Get up and bounce. The land was broken down and redistributed amongst the community. They made a law. They made a law where they were shutting down black businesses. They made laws that basically was like, nah, this is never happening again. Y'all are too uppity. Don't end up like your boy. And it's just wow. The family, the money, gone. Money gone. Not only did they redistribute the land, they divided the paper up. Money gone. Family, legacy gone. Stripped from them. And it ain't just them. It happens a lot of places. It has happened in a lot of areas. You know about the joint a few years back about the beachfront, the beach property out there in LA that was taken from some black people, from a black couple. And then they're like, yo, here y'all people can get them. At that point, it's not even the same joint, because now, you know what I mean? You'll never get what that is, what you really owe. But what I'm saying is, they took all of that, went out their way to make laws that would not allow you to, if you were a black person, to open up a business. You know how gangster that is? And when people say, you know what I'm saying, oh, that was back in the day. Nah. It's y'all back in the day, like, yo, that was still, that's still, that is something that still happens today. Just, it's not as overt. It's real sneaky. It's a lot of code words, and, you know what I'm saying? And linguistics going on, but it's still happening. And a lot of times that's the, you know, and please do not think I'm out here. If somebody gonna hear this and be like, yeah, man, like they did, but no. We not. That is not what I'm saying. This was a whole different situation. You know what I mean? But it's wild. The history, like, it's one of them things, it's not even a thing that we should know just on a level of historical context about violence, but a cautionary tale about standing up. And that goes back to what your boy was saying years ago when he was like, you had a choice. You know what I'm saying? My man chose to be one of them guys that refuses to, because he never had to. He never had to bow, bend, plead, you know what I'm saying? And all that pandering. And it cost him his life. It cost his family a legacy that his father built from being a slave. Like, they were robbed of the American dream. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I was about to get into a long rant, and I'm pausing myself. I'm pausing myself on that right there. Let's get into this music, man. For real. I'm heated a little bit. Just talk about that. The more I'm thinking about it. Yo, let's get back into this music joint. That's the Black History moment of the day. Anthony Crawford. Yo, do your research on this, brother. Check that story out. It is wild. Trust me, I'm just giving y'all the quick rundown. But what I'm telling you is what it was. Boom, the governor was even like, I'm sorry. I gotta say this part before I bounce, though. The governor said, if he wasn't so uppity about it and so boisterous and so, you know what I'm saying, bucking the system, none of this would happen. Tell me if that is not what we've been hearing for the last 5 to 6 years about so many people. I'm just saying. I'm done now. We'll get into the music. Let's go. Yes. Hey, I'm sorry, man. The energy changed after that moment, man. That energy changed after the Black History moment a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm still flooded. You know what I mean? But anyway, calm a little bit. We gonna sit back and we gonna vibe out some more. You know, later on down the line on Saturday, we gonna do what we do. I'ma holler at y'all then. I'ma sit back and just chill for a minute, breathe easy and all that. My time is up and all that too, for real. So I'ma holler at y'all later. So you know how we do. They say we only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that you are speaking with your God and your God is telling you to do what you need to do and walk a certain path, by all means do that and show the world the best version of you.